Okay, I guess that's a good sign. We're up and running. Thanks for being here. This is In Other News. I'm your host, Mike Russell. Appreciate you playing along on the gram, on Facebook, and on X and YouTube. So appreciate you and glad you're here. So let's get to what do we want to start with today? Lori Roberts. Lori Roberts, for those of you that aren't in Arizona, she's a writer here. She's a political writer. I've had her on my show several times. She is a flaming liberal. She hates all things Donald Trump, and she hates all things conservative, basically. But she's kind of like a Ro Khanna type of character, like Ro Khanna, the congressman of California. Like, I don't believe in anything that guy says ideologically, but guess what? I think he's well informed. He's studied. He is articulate, and he basically can sit and have a beer with you and talk politics, and not get in a fight, not get ugly. Lori Roberts, I think, is the same person. She gets a little more snarky though. But she did her latest piece. It was out today, and it poked fun at Kristi Noem, our Secretary of Homeland Security. And here's the deal: I don't disagree with her. I do not disagree with her. So here's the headline. DHS director dons her ballistic Barbie costume in Phoenix. Do you feel safer? I'm telling you, I don't disagree with her on this. She said, as he goes, says, Noem is America's reigning queen of cosplay, whether it's rocking a cowboy hat while sitting astride a horse in Del Rio, Texas, border Barbie, or posing in front of a Venezuelan inmates in El Salvador Supermax prison with her ice ball cap and her $50,000 gold Rolex, badass Barbie. Noem's got it going on. Ballistic Barbie. Kristi Noem needs to get into the office and just and understand that this isn't the optics of this sucks. I think it does. And I don't want to know what you guys think about this too. I think Kristi Noem is hot as she is. She can keep her extensions in the office and she can do whatever, pose for whatever magazine cover or whatever. She can do that stuff. But get to work. You're the director of Homeland Security. You don't need to go ballistic Barbie like Lori Roberts says. You don't. It's just a bad look. Get to work. You don't need to be out there. You don't need to be out there posing for pictures and social media content. You don't need to be taking influencers with you. You don't. We know you're doing good. That's fine. Put out your press statement, your press releases, your statements, your post. We got 13 bad baddies in Phoenix today. It was a great win for ICE. It was a great win for the country. We're safer. But having, hands down, the hottest Secretary of Homeland Security we've ever had, they're posing for pictures every time. It's dumb. It's a bad look. It's just a bad look. Look, Donald Trump gives the left media enough ammo, okay? We don't need Kristi Noem doing the same thing. I mean, look at our AG's hot. Like, it just stop. Please stop. Get to work. I mean, I love Kash Patel. You're not seeing Kash Patel out here doing these kinds of things. You're just like, dude, I gotta go run the FBI. I got things I gotta do. Let's get into it though. I am a bit freaked out, y'all. And you're probably going to come with me on this one. We've talked about Colossal Biosciences on the Go Show. There is their first win. And Colossal Biosciences, just so you know, is trying to bring back the woolly mammoth. Okay. They made woolly mice. And I'm not kidding. Mice look like woolly mammoths. So they said, we've got this. We can do it. We can bring back a woolly mammoth. Little did we know that they're working on 4 other extinct species of wildlife. And they got it done. So they're claiming that they got it done. If you all have watched Game of Thrones, do you remember Game of Thrones? The entire Stark crew had, each of the kids had a direwolf. Yeah, you know where this is going. The return of the direwolf. Direwolves have been extinct for 10,000 years, and now we don't have 1, 2, we have 3 of them. Yes, this is the return of the direwolf. Romulus and Remus are the 2 boys. are doing what puppies do, chasing, tussling, nipping, nuzzling. But there's something very unpuppy-like about this snowy white 6 months old. Their size, for starters. At 6 months old, they are already 4 feet long and weigh 80 pounds. They will grow to 6 feet and 150 pounds. And their behavior, the angelic exuberance puppies exhibit in the presence of humans, like running up and wanting belly rubs and kisses, is completely absent. Why? Because they're damn evil wolves that nature chose to run off 10,000 years ago. Yet here we are, and their sister, who is too young, she's I think only a few weeks old, is Romulus, Remus, and then sister is named Khaleesi. Sticking with the Game of Thrones theme. Mm-hmm. So here is the just so you guys can see it. This is the Time article that I am referring to, and it's frightening. Look at this. Huh. Yep, no longer extinct. There's a direwolf coming on back. Yeah, right, Colin. Next on Jurassic Park reality. Yeah. Dire times. Nice. Great, Brendan. Great. Yeah. Jurassic Park, all 6 of them told us this is a stupid idea. A dumb idea. But of course, colossal biosciences, they think that this is the way to go. They think this is, they're so proud of themselves. They deciphered the dire wolf genome, rewrote the genetic code of the common gray wolf to match it, and using domestic dogs as surrogate mothers, brought Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi into the world in 3 separate births over the winter. Okay, so oh my gosh. Okay, so the direwolf isn't the only animal at Colossal, which was founded in 2021 and currently employs 130 scientists they want to bring back. Also on their de-extinction wish list is the woolly mammoth, the dodo, why? And the Tasmanian tiger. This is just absolutely crazy. We are an evolutionary force at this point, says Beth Shapiro, Colossal's chief scientist officer. Speaking of the humanity as a whole, we are deciding what the future of these species will be. So you're playing God. What could possibly go wrong? You're playing God. The direwolf is back. The Game of Thrones dude, the guy that made Game of Thrones, he was filmed holding one of the puppies. Undisclosed location. He said he's known about this for a hot minute, just couldn't say anything. Yeah. Yes. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing. What's up, Dan? How you doing? Cavemen already returned as Democrats. Well done, Alfred. Well played. Yes. Woolly mammoth steaks, dude. James, you're not kidding. Look, if they bring back a woolly mammoth and I get to hunt it, I'm down. And then when they all start killing everyone and running all over like they do in every Jurassic Park movie, because it starts with very da 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 da. Then every Jurassic Park movie. Mm-hmm. Meet the Flintstones. Who's funding all of this? USAID. Lynn, basically grants from the government. We are funding this. Not kidding at all. Yes. I think that one of the vicious I think it's Jurassic World. The 2 of them ago. Jurassic World. The woman that gets picked up by the pteranodon and then gets tossed in the water and then picked up by another pteranodon, and then the big sharky thingy, megalodon or whatever, comes in. It's one of the most brutal death scenes in a movie. Yeah. It kind of feels like in the Twilight Zone. Totally does. Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. I would like you guys to donate to every single fundraiser that she is involved in. Jasmine Crockett is the new face of the Democrat Party, and nothing better could happen to the Republicans than having this bozette, this slappy, representing the Democrat Party. She is an idiot, and she's fantastic. As long as we can keep her elected, we retain power. Her latest is the stupidity and the racism. Let's just call it what it is. The racism, claiming that we need all of these illegal migrants because they're the new slaves. You think I'm kidding? That's what she said.
In the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all.
That was a staffer. There's no one in the audience. It's, right. Mm-hmm.
Trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
She's wonderful. God, she's wonderful.
You're not. You're not. We done picking cotton.
Here we go.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right. Okay. So we need migrants to pick cotton? That's what she's saying. Can someone tell her that this is how we pick cotton now? Anyone want to fill her in on this? Yeah. It might be a migrant driving it. Yeah.
I don't know what's going on outside y'all's house.
But we picking cotton here. I'll tell you this. Look, with a big old cotton gin. Woo! Is that a cotton gin?
Hey,
Eli Whitney, right?
got 3 of these guys working on this field.
Probably 3 of these guys working on this field here. Oh my gosh. No, I'm not going to give him credit. Not going to give him credit. What, Jazzy Ratchet? Yeah. No. I will speak the praises of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Congresswoman. No need for nicknames. No need. No, I want that name recognition everywhere. Nobody knows what Jazzy Ratchet is. Everyone knows Congresswoman Jasmine. Oh, Mike's talking very highly of Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. Oh, kick in $5. Kick in 10. Put a Hyundai up there. Let's go. Get her reelected. Keep her in office. Oh, fantastic. I can't wait until she gets a chairmanship of one of the committees. When she becomes the committee chair on something and she actually runs the hearings. Yeah. Jasmine Crockett is where we're going to go. Mm-hmm. You married her sister. Wait. I married her sister, apparently. Who married whose sister? Huh? Yeah. Tell me what's going on with that. I have no idea. If you married Jasmine Crockett's sister, that's fantastic. I mean, we need to get her on this show. You need to get to work, champ. You have it cut out for you. News, yes. No Democratic campaign. No, you're damn right. You're damn right. If they keep AOC and Jasmine Crockett up there, I'm so happy. So happy. We will never lose another election. Oh, they're the worst. Did you hear that Ed Steimer in the UK is lowering the voting age in the UK to 16? These people. UK, I don't know what happened to the UK. I have no idea what happened to UK. UK is toast. Toast. Oh. Daniel, I'm not disagreeing with that. I think that's insulting Adam Schiff, actually, believe it or not. But I think that the new Adam Schiff is the Dan Goldman. Dan Goldman is new Adam Schiff. Basically, I'll say anything that the Democrats tell me to say. I'll lie in any way I need to lie. He's kind of filling in that role. Yeah, Alfred, that's right. They need immigrants to take advantage of. That's what they do, and that's why they gave 5 million Social Security numbers to illegal migrants in the last 4 years, so they can vote and be taken advantage of. Yep, at 50, apparently issue. Yeah, keep them scared and ignorant. That's right. Off to I'm just kind of zooming through some topics just for funsies. I am a huge Title IX guy. Again, I'm a huge, I went to like all my sister's basketball games in high school, went to softball games. I was the announcer for the girls' basketball team. Like, I'm all about it. Equal opportunity to play is fantastic. Men playing women's sports is the dumbest thing there is. And the fact that the Democrats are fighting for that is lunacy. It's complete lunacy. And for anyone, like even John Oliver, I mean, that misogynistic punk is just going off about how non-issue it is that there are people that are men playing in women's sports. What did Mark Cuban say? Mark Cuban said he said people just aren't ready for it yet. Just not ready for it yet. They're never going to be ready for it because it's stupid. It's dumb. There are any tapes of young Mike announcing basketball games? I don't know. I've done it a couple times since. I did the because charter schools don't play in the AIA. The charter schools had their Final Four basketball tournament, and I was the floor announcer for that one. That was crazy. Yes, a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I was absolutely blown away that the obscure sports are getting done. Like weightlifting, we saw, and that's like sport. Okay, yeah, it's a sport. I guess I just don't really thought of it as one of the bigs, right? And again, I'm waiting for somebody like a Steph Curry or something like that to get into the WNBA, just to identify as a woman and just score 80 points a night. That's in the first half. It's obviously a stupid argument that they should be playing. But how about disc golf? I did not know this was a thing. Disc golf is now being ruined by a man playing with the women. Nice little drive there, and then this dude.
Natalie puts so much more power on that tee shot.
Natalie Ryan, your champion at the MVP Open.
That's Nate Ryan.
FPO MVP Open champion, Natalie Ryan!
I like this program too, this XX Yeah, the truth fits. I think it's a fantastic campaign that's going on, by the way. I've been starting to see billboards and stuff like that. I like it. I like where we're going with this. The shirts are really cool too. They're really, really cool. Oh, Grizz, dude, seriously. Yeah, they would. The chicks would just laugh at him, be like, dude, I may, by the way, I weigh an eighth of what you weigh, and I brushed up against your shoulder, and you're screaming and hollering in the corner there. Floppy punk. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Women, that's what Title IX is, for sure. So there's that, right? Okay, so this was blown away. I was like, okay, disc golf. I'm like, okay, that sucks, man. Jeez. That's hard enough to play, especially with my jacked up shoulders. How about the World Finals of billiards is going to see a man and a man compete? Here's man number one. Here's man number two. The World Championships played by two dudes in the female division. And for people to say that this is a non-issue aren't paying attention. Right. Well, yeah, thumb wars. Yeah, I agree with that. I used to love disc golf too. I used to play all the time. Being from Huntington Beach, it was the nation's oldest disc golf course out there, which was just dudes walking around smoking joints and drinking beer, but they had little frisbees in their hands. It was $1 to play, and we went all the damn time. God, I loved it. I was not good at it, but didn't care. I actually still have my discs, I believe. Yeah. Let's see here. State of Maine governor is forfeiting federal funds to keep trans boys. Oh yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah. The states can keep doing it. That's fine. California's going to get chomped. Yeah. Yeah. Went from believe all women to race all women. That's the Democrat Party in a nutshell right there. Yeah. You've seen some floppy news reports of women playing against men and winning. Huh? I don't know about this. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, technically, it's it's possible. I haven't seen a lot of those reports. Did you hear that Eric Adams has left the Democrat Party? The mayor of New York. Have you seen this? He's left the Democrat Party. He's going to have his own party. I mean, a guy with that size of an ego makes total sense. that he would leave and have his own party. But the reason why you haven't heard of it is that it just got buried in the cycle. No one cared. That's how irrelevant he is. The man thinks he's a superstar. He has come around to more of a Republican way of thinking. And now he's leaving the Democrat Party as if that was going to give him the headlines that he needed to be something special. I mean, he was on a podcast and he was singing the praises of Kash Patel. I'm not kidding. Eric Adams was on there talking about Kash Patel. And I don't know if I have that piece with me. Yes, I do. Right here. Here it is.
Shot at your like political career.
Oh, and it hurt.
Is it frustrating to not, or do you know who you think it came from? Like, is Biden aware of this, or is it the people that are like underneath Biden? Is it completely separate?
That's a great question. That's a great question. You know, there are a lot of people, you know, and I don't want to sound conspiracy theory, but there's a permanent government. There are people that see presidents and mayors come and go. Their attitudes will wait you out. You know what book is a great book, man? Everybody should read the book, Kash Patel's Government Gangsters.
Okay.
You should him on the pod.
Yeah, you should read that book, man.
Okay.
Cash breaks this down.
What is he? And is this what
he's now the FBI director?
Of course.
Oh yeah, like he's now the FBI. We know Eric. We do know. But like, there's in the party shall be named the Addams family. Mm-hmm. Yeah, who's Eric Adams? Exactly. I thought that was funny. I thought the man with that kind of ego makes that kind of announcement, and no one gives a rat's flying rip. One of the best I've seen is the trolling by the White House. Do you remember when during the State of the Union, where the Democrats were bringing in eggs? Do you guys remember this? Yes, they're bringing eggs because it proved that Donald Trump hasn't lowered the prices for Americans, and what they were basically doing is admitting that their entire party sucked for so many years. Check this out. This is I love trolling. This makes me happy. Yep. White House plans to use real Easter eggs for the Easter egg roll, despite the strain on supply and concern over price. Shut up, NBC. NBC's just trying to milk this entire story. A group representing American egg farmers said it had discussions about the matter, but ultimately it won't scramble its plans to supply roughly 30,000 eggs for the event. Good for you. Good for you, Trump administration. Good for you for just showing off now, just flexing. Yeah, they're back. Everything's good. And we have 30,000 eggs here. 30,000. That's a lot of damn eggs. Holy cow, 30,000. And by the way, going back to Eric Adams saying, yeah, he's done. Obviously, the Democrats are going to put money behind somebody else. The Republicans are going to put money behind someone else. And it's all, he's done. He's sunk. He's going to go try to be a celebrity, be a talking head. That's all he is. Just a talking head. But the eggs are doing good, so we're good. Eggs to eat and throw. Oh, hell yeah. Whoa, here's and throw eggs. People brought produce, I guess, to a lot of theater events back in the day, I guess. Boo, hiss, and just hiss. What do you want to talk about? Do you remember the genius of the PGA Tour and Live Golf? Do you know this? Live Golf is a Saudi-backed or UAE-backed golf tour, and they pay the top names of the PGA to come over. They'll have millions on millions to come over to their tour and not play on the PGA Tour. The PGA Tour you put up a big stink about it, and all these guys are selling out, and we've been so good to them, and they're just going off and just going for the money. And then months later, Live Golf bought the PGA Tour. They merged, so the guys that took the paycheck just have a paycheck, and they're back on the PGA Tour. So funny. Live Golf is trying to now kind of cool the brand, like make it cool, like turn it all into the 16th hole at the Waste Management Phoenix Open, right? They wanted to do this. And they hired someone to be their head of marketing. And this is somebody that I think you are going to remember. Again, Live Golf, trying to be the cool kids of golf, trying to turn it all into a big party, just made the worst hiring decision of their life.
Woman, I had a really clear job to do when I took over Bud Light. And it was, this brand is in decline. It's been in decline for a really long time. And if we do not attract young drinkers to come and drink this brand, there will be no future for Bud Light. So I had this super clear mandate.
This is the one that said she had a super clear mandate to put Dylan Mulvaney on a Bud Light can celebrating her 100th day of girlhood. Live Golf has just hired this woman. The woman that destroyed over 3,000 jobs at Anheuser-Busch because she's an idiot.
Like, we need to evolve and elevate this incredibly iconic brand. And what I brought to that was a belief in, okay, what does evolve and elevate mean? It means inclusivity. It means shifting the tone. It means having a campaign that's truly inclusive and feels lighter and brighter and different and appeals to.
You're toast, Live Golf. Y'all toast. Y'all brought this on yourself when she does something insanely stupid like she did with Bud Light. You guys, how'd that interview go, by the way? So I see you have a few gaps in your employment here. You haven't been working much in the past few months. Why did you leave your job over there at Anheuser-Busch? They're like, you're perfect. Like, well, I decided to put a trans woman on a can that is basically advertised exclusively to blue-collar men. And I put a trans girl on a can celebrating 100 days of girlhood. Holy cow. Oh. Come on, golf does that. Golf's fantastic. Golf, baseball, and tennis to me are just, if it's on TV, I have it on in the background. And I can get so much done because I'm not really paying attention. I'm just kind of feeling it. Go ahead, Rhonda. You can take a shot at the Dodgers if you want to right now. They deserve it. But it's always just on in the background. Last night, it was not so much fun having the Dodger game on in the background. The set of oh my gosh, dude, seriously. She had that girl had some teeth on her, didn't she? Woo! Holy mackerel. Yeah, bye-bye Live Golf. It's gone, James. I'm telling you, it's absolutely gone. Can you actually believe that there is still a push to raise minimum wage? By a show of hands, can anyone tell me how many, as a percentage, what percentage of Americans, of full-time employed Americans, are on an hourly wage? 3 to 5%. That's it. So the whole push to raise minimum wage does not do squat to anyone. No. Yeah. The Nationals. Well, fine, they got some fire at the beginning of the damn season. There's no reason they should beat the Dodgers at all. We got the Cubs will probably rake us next. Jeez Louise. Yeah. $40. I'm addicted to losing $40 in golf balls every Saturday. Man, come over to my crib. I got to tell you, man, I live on a golf course, so I have a whole bucket of golf balls in my golf ball garden. Yeah. Every night I just look out there. There's actually a bright orange one out there right now. I saw on the way in. So yeah. Let's get to this minimum wage thing. The minimum wage debate is now being tackled again by Bernie Sanders. Here's a young lady at his rally.
Grabbing fries. I get burned all the time. Slicing my finger.
Grabbing fries. I get burnt all the time. I need more money. Grabbing fries. I get burnt. I get splattered by that grease. I cut my hand.
Yeah, and it lasts for days. So imagine every single day we're coming here getting cut and burned for 7 to 10 hours. Imagine how many cuts and burns you get in 7 to 10 hours.
I don't think you get a lot of cuts and burns. I think it's a you thing, sweetie. I do. I mean, I'm appreciating the colored hair game. But what? Yeah.
They're constantly working. So we get paid $12? That's not enough. That won't even cover my hospital bill if I get a third-degree burn. That is one more reason why we demand $25.
$25 an hour. Remember when 15 was the number? That was a couple years ago. 25. Could you imagine how much a damn big? Oh, come on. I'm not kidding. Nuge went to his went to go see the Minecraft movie, and he says terrible about it. Went to go see the Minecraft movie. So they thought it'd be cute, him and his girlfriend, to get the Minecraft meal at McDonald's on their way. You know, it's kind of make it a theme of the night. $36. Last time I bought Nuge Taco Bell, it was $27. What in the world is happening? Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. I don't think a lot of people burn themselves. Like I said, I think it's a her thing. So let's get back to it because feel the burn. Bernie Sanders.
Back. That's the way we make progress. I just want to thank you and the unions.
Oh, $17 for Bernie.
In the year 2025, in the richest country in the history of the world, nobody should be forced to work for starvation wages.
That's not starvation wages.
It is time to raise the $7.25 an hour federal minimum wage, which is a disgraceful minimum wage.
Nobody works for that.
To a living wage.
Nobody works. No. And by the way,
$17 an hour, and that is precisely what the legislation that we are introducing today will do.
Yeah, it's going to get squashed, by the way. It's going to get squashed. And I mean, okay, so Alfred, you talk about your first job was $335, $325 with James. $335 Rhonda. And mine was $5 an hour, and I got a raise to $8 an hour. I thought I was rich. Yeah, starvation wages, right? I just the whole thing kills me when, and Bernie's used it a bunch, when Bernie says slave wages. I was like, the zero? And screw you. That's not even close to what's going on. Starvation wages. Nobody's starving. Nobody. Y'all, look, I will get down on, I'm having a bad day. And on yesterday, I had frozen chimichangas. If I go to Safeway and get frozen chimichangas, I'm having a bad day. That's my comfort food. They're $1. There's no starvation wages. We don't have a starvation issue in this country. We don't even have a hunger issue in this country. So the Democrats had to make up the phrase, what is it? Food insecurity. Someone has food insecurity because mom and dad have their iPhones and a Lexus, but they can't afford groceries that week. Yeah. Why was it? Probably. And I'm telling you, I think you probably could. Girls want $25 an hour for minimum wage. Yeah, it's just I actually, intern Bean said this, and I about lost my mind. I'm like, just get like a, just because she's taking a lot of class. She has a heavy workload. She's in a STEM degree, and she is like, Dad, it's hard for me to find hours to go work. And I said, I get it, but just get like a do some data entry or something like that. Because do some data entry, you do it from your apartment. She goes, what, for like $12.50 an hour? Like, yeah. I mean, she snapped out. She's like, okay, I get it. I just, yeah. I mean, she used to work at Dutch Bros. Charge $10 for a cold brew. But the tips, these kids made bank. These kids were making money, man. Woo! Dutch Bros people are addicts. That's a cult. That is a cult. You think Starbucks? Yeah, my addiction to Starbucks is my addiction to Starbucks. I'm not out there trying to, buy Christmas gifts for these, the barista. Yeah, right. The hood. You're right, Alfred. The hoods that we have, like the inner city hoods that we have, are better than most countries, like middle class. Oh, okay, Grizz. That's a good idea. Grizz, that's a hell of an idea. I appreciate that. Follow Grizz for more career tips. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how would you know, sir? How would you know? We'll talk to Mrs. Grizz here, see what's going on. Yeah, you have to raise the prices, right? You're gonna have to raise prices. That's why right now you can't. I mean, I think I was blown away when I went to KFC and they had like the $10 taste of KFC or something like that, and it was like 4 pieces of chicken, 2 biscuits, and a side. I was like, that's actually a pretty damn good deal. When it used to be at $10 for a whole damn bucket of chicken. Good Lord, do I love some KFC. I do. Oh yeah, slinging some. What was it, Brendan? Come on. Brendan, too long to just read without being on air. Kids these days can't even make a few bucks as slinging drugs anymore. You can buy most of them legally operating stores. You get, yeah. They take it all away from the damn kids, man. Used to get $40 for an ounce. 1/8 of an ounce, sorry. I was in Long Beach. That was a Long Beach price. 8 is $40 for an 1/8. I don't know what it is now. I have no idea what weed prices are now. Yeah, you worked at Knights of Columbus Coat Room for tips. Those drunks tip huge with a coast back. I bet. This is yeah. I remember when, do you guys remember Jim Rome, the sports guy Jim Rome? I made him cry. I've told you that story. And we'd go to his tour stops though, and we would have it was a date and location specific T-shirt, and then they would have other stuff too. But the T-shirts of that of that event got really like limited. So XLs obviously was the number one asked size. We made everything in the booth $20 because that's what the ATMs gave, and people were getting drunk. When we got down to the last 5-ish XLs of that shirt, we started auctioning them off. Sold one for $140. So people just drunk. Yeah, people just drunk. Yeah, that's what they had. Rome is a prick, bro. I told you, I made him cry. Love that. Well, I was part of the team that made him cry. Yep. Different world now than what do I do? 16-year-old demanding $25 an hour is asinine. It's not going to happen. It'll never happen. It won't. Just all right. Let's get back to some absolute stupidity brought to us by Democrats. Do you guys want to do? Let's quick cook on the tariffs, and then we'll wrap up the show with some funny stuff. But let's get with the tariffs. Here is a young Chuck Schumer.
Chinese. Enough already. It says to the Chinese that their unfair trade policies have got to end. It says to the Chinese, this is a shot across your bow. Reform, because if you don't, there are going to be dramatic consequences throughout the world, in our country, and in your country as well.
Chucky Schumer out there singing the praises. Then Don does it, and look at that. Donald does it. And it's terrible, and it's terrifying. And let me see again if I can find it. I'm gonna have to put the spectacles on for this one because it's I'm doing my thing here. I'm just I don't want to talk about the World Health Organization. I don't want to get into that. Let's see if we can find this because it was a segment from Oprah Winfrey, and she had from 1988, and she had Donald Trump on. And I might have tossed the thing because we didn't talk about it on Monday, but she had Donald Trump on. That's exactly what Donald Trump was talking about. Tariffs. He's like, we got to balance trade. That's what we have to do. The man, quite literally, in his first round as president, now he's not changed a lick. He's the same guy. He's been singing the same tunes. He's told everybody what we're going to do, and he did it. Trump should play it, Lynn. Yeah. Is it, stock going up? Yeah, that's what I actually thought that was going to be happening today because of, when you see all the headlines in the morning. So let me go with Dow Jones. How we doing? Holy hell. Look at that. Up 7.5% today. Everybody absolutely panicking. It's just I've lost so much money. You haven't lost so much money. Don't give me that noise. Let me see if I can pull up this one as well here because why not? Because we're here to have some fun, aren't we? Here we go. Yep, there you go. Forget about 22 and 23. Forget about that. Just start panicking when it's up there, right? Yep, guys, that's it. That's what we're just ignore that because it's Joe Biden. It's Joe Biden, and then when it's up here and it dips a little bit, start freaking the hell out. Democrats are going to primary Schumer. AOC is toast. AOC will take over for sure. Tariffs don't. Yeah. Let's talk about tariffs. Chris Matthews is actually getting work. I don't know. There's no Obama around to give him a tingle up his leg. But Chris Matthews found work on the dumbest show in political history, and that's Morning Joe. I don't know if I've heard a more unintelligent take by Chris Matthews, and the list is extensive. The bar was set pretty solidly at really stupid. Here he is. Oh God, dude, could you bleeping imagine? Oh, that'd be that. You know, we have AOC in the Senate side and Crockett on the House side. Too much fun. Chris Matthews is an idiot. Here we go.
I watched on the evening news last night, one of the other networks, and I watched the issue of lumber. Now, you see, we get so much of our lumber, our 2x4s, from Canada. Where we get it from? Canada. We get our newsprint from up there for newspapers. The fact is we get it. What are we going to do? Have more lumber made in the United States now? Yeah. What is our plan now? Oh, we're not going to import wood, so we're going to make more wood? Yeah. We're going to create more wood? Is that it? Yes. I don't think we're in a position to simply replicate the...
Mika and Joe are looking at him like, who is this ass saying this? He literally thinks we don't have trees here. We can't get lumber in the United States.
Imports coming into this country with our own products. They can't always be done. And I think if a wood's example of that, wood. Are we going to make more wood in this country because of our trade deal? I don't think so.
I'm less intelligent just watching that. We have all gotten dumber listening to Chris Matthews. Oh, what do you do? Create more wood? Oh, yeah, that's it. That's it, sir. So yes, if you turn around, I mean, look at this guy. Hold on, let's look at Bozo. Look at behind him. There's trees. Look behind you, dude. Just turn around. And by the way, Mika and Joe aren't there. They're in their kitchen. It's the worst audio and production of a show ever. And I mean ever. So anyway, why do chop a tree down when you can go to a lumber store and just buy the wood there? That's right. So what I always get asked, why would you hunt an animal when the meat is at the store? Yeah. Yeah. What do you think? What do you think? It grows on trees? I love it. Yeah, and Michael, newspapers. He did mention that. He said newspapers. He said, this is where we got our newsprint from. Nobody. Oh man alive. Have you seen Kevin O'Leary when he's because Grizz said that they're obviously in their underwear. Kevin O'Leary when he does the hits at like Fox News and stuff like that or CNN, but he's not in studio. On his social media, he usually has a camera off of him facing the camera, but he's got off center. He's got another camera on him, and he's usually wearing pajama pants and pink slippers and a suit in a $5,000 suit jacket, shirt and tie. Yeah. Oh, how I love that man. Let's get to the stupidity of, let's get to the Dem freak out just for funsies, because I found a few and we'll wrap up the show this way here.
Been informed that due to the recent changes in the operation of the federal government, we the people are no longer burdened by political correctness or in fact any form of decorum or decency at all. In which case, let me be among the first to say to all the motherfucking dumpster muppets who looked at a decomposing jack-o'-lantern and thought, yeah, that motherfucker should hold one of the most powerful political positions on the
decomposing jack-o'-lantern. I hadn't heard that, guys. Come on, we'll give him credit for that one. Decomposing jack-o'-lantern. That's actually pretty solid.
Planet. The degree of stupidity in that haunted funhouse you call a skull is high enough to melt fucking tungsten, which is an insult that you are in fact too motherfucking stupid to understand. Because today just isn't your day to fondle the single withering brain cell that all of you witless dipshits share communal custody of, and tomorrow isn't looking very fucking good either. You're a bunch of simpering F- students bickering over who gets to lick the shitty loafers of an F+ con man, gleefully agreeing to repeatedly punch yourselves in your own slack-jawed faces for the chance to blame someone else for your broken fucking noses. And I, for one, am fully done wasting my precious compassion or patience on any of you worthless fucking thunder.
I love that. He had to have a teleprompter.
I've just been informed that due to the recent changes in the operation of the federal government, we the people are no longer burdened by political correctness.
Yes, we are not burdened by political correctness. It's called the First Amendment, you D-bag. You can call me all you want, dude. I'm impressed by that. I'll give him some. Good job, pal. Oh, that's awesome. Our mills are Chinese owned now. Oh, okay. We'll get that in a second. But yeah, dude, okay. I absolutely love that freak out. That's a beautiful First Amendment freak out. I'm very proud of you. And speaking of China, by the way, China is threatening to ban any United States Hollywood film from being shown in China. And that's a big deal, by the way. I mean, it's a big market. It is a huge market. But all I have to say about that is, eat a bag, Hollywood. Yeah, you get this is what you got. You guys are just, wow. Darn. Hollywood's not going to make a bunch of money. They had to change Space Jam. And I'm not talking about the real Space Jam. I'm talking about the LeBron Space Jam. This hokey crap. You can tell I love LeBron. But they had the girl bunny, the girl Bugs Bunny. I don't know her name. Petunia Bunny. What's her name? Anyway, they had to make her almost boobless because they thought that young Chinese boys would be oogling at the breasts. Yep. But they did change it. Warner Brothers changed it because they weren't going to be shown in China if they didn't. Lots of things movies have to change to be distributed in China. A lot of them. Let's continue with the freakouts. The next governor of Florida had surprisingly, a middle-aged white progressive woman screaming and hollering at him. And he ends it with, oh, by the way, I'm going to be your governor. I love this.
Hang on, I'm sorry, ma'am. But as a member of Congress, because I was just in D.C. on Monday for Trans-State Visibility, and I would like you, as a member of Congress, to rise up and support LGBTQ plus youth and stop this fucking insane attack on our children who know who they are.
Number one,
no. Of course you're not, because you're a fascist. You're a racist. You're a race traitor and you are a fascist.
A race traitor. I leave it to progressive white women to scream at a black man that is a conservative, you are a race traitor. That is one of my favorite things. I think that's Benny Johnson over there.
I asked you a question. You said you wanted me to. I said I don't agree. And then you start yelling at me. You call me a fascist. You call me a race traitor. And you want me to agree with you? What are you talking about, ma'am? I'm a constitutionalist. Ma'am, I'm a constitutionalist. I believe in freedom and liberty for everybody. I believe in the U.S. Constitution. I believe in everybody's freedoms and rights. But if I don't agree, hold on. But when I don't agree with you, then all of a sudden I'm a fascist. That's what's wrong. If all you want to do is
you're too smart. Get out. You're too smart.
When I don't agree with you, I'm sorry, ma'am. You are now in the 20% of America.
You don't need to worry because you will never get my vote, and you don't live here.
I'm gonna be your governor. Trust me.
You're not. No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm gonna be your governor. After all that, I'm gonna be your governor. I absolutely love that. And he knows he's got it's Florida 1, 2. He's got Donald's backing. I think he's going to have DeSantis's backing, and he's let's face it, all of the conservative white people down there are going to be like, I get to say I'm not racist. I voted for a black governor. Swear to God, you know it's there. You know it's there. And he's a stud. Oh, love that guy. Fantastic. He's doing a fantastic job. Race traitor. Wow. I saved the best for last, y'all. How did Kellyanne Conway marry this guy? I don't understand this. I would love to be at a Conway dinner between the two of them. I don't understand this. His wife got Donald Trump elected in the first round. And here's this beta male. Listen to just watch.
I'm going to get moist-eyed here, Big M.
I'm going to get moist-eyed. I'm going to get moist-eyed. Moist-eyed.
Or whatever it is that these people seem to be. And I went so far, actually, yesterday.
He's talking about tariffs and he's talking about
border.
The border.
That also was very moving because something people want, and I wanted, and I us.
He's getting moist-eyed. Moist-eyed.
And some people just don't give a shit, and that makes me angry. And daughters of Judge Rifkin had to the eloquent.
The entire interview, was a mashup of him crying at every topic that he brought up. He's too emotional because of Donald Trump. Moist-eyed. Oh. Yes. Okay, here we go. You guys. I thought that was the N word. I didn't think we were allowed to say moist. I have no problem with that word. Pamela Hughes, good Lord. I said moist, and she just about jumped under the desk. Yeah. I try to fit it in every time I was doing a show with her. Oh, the tears. Oh, now you got that earworm, buddy. Smokey Robinson. Yeah. Tears of a Clown. God, I love Motown music. I really, really do. You guys are my favorite peeps on the planet. Hey, do me a super big, ginormous favor. You guys hit like, please. If you could, I'd really appreciate it. And get those up so the algorithm keeps rewarding us and we can get some new kids in here to play with us and have a bunch of fun. You guys are so much fun. You guys are the best. I appreciate you. We're going to do this again mañana right here on In Other News. Have a great rest of your day, everybody.